Which one to be done first? Okay, okay. Oh, take it here. I just have to pull it, no?
That the Jubilee flag has just been hoisted and the order of items is following one after another, I invoke your presence in all this execution, committing the whole program unto your care. In Jesus' name, Amen.
It is with great joy that I greet you on behalf of the Jubilee Organizing Committee. My name is Wungreishang. I am the Secretary of the Jubilee Organizing Committee. Our convener, Mr. 𝐔𝐍𝐕𝐄𝐈𝐒, is unable to be with us. He also sends his greetings.
Of your revolve around year after year. This particular dance is performed by a group of dancers, both men and women, in equal number, in full traditional costume. The folk dance is an amalgam of varied movements, each of different rhythms, and portray different activities of the people. They are singing the song as "Oh, as the season comes, let us sing song of praise and glorify our motherland, and let here bring a prosperous new year, peace, love, harmony, and smile in the life of all." The importance of folk dance cannot be ignored altogether. It is an effort to study the indigenous culture.
My name is Caroline, married to Rongmei tribes. At present, I am a president of Yorla Dimapur Society. Respected convener 𝐔𝐍𝐕𝐄𝐈𝐒𝐍, special guest and MLA Mmhonlumo Kikon, presidents of the Western Sumi, Tenyimi Union, and the Tangkhul Naga dignitaries and my dear friends. I extend warm greetings to all on behalf of Yorla Society Dimapur. On the outset, I would like to congratulate the Tangkhul Union Dimapur, the President and its colleagues on their Golden Jubilee celebration 2022. We, Yorla members, are very privileged and honored to be part of this celebration. As we all know, for centuries, gold has been considered as a symbol of purity and excellence, and I must say, the value of your hard work and sweat for 50 years honors the growth of the Dimapur Union, Tangkhul Dimapur Union, is no less than the goal. Indeed, this day is the Red Letters Day. On this day, we also remember the founding fathers of the Union and salute them for their vision affords the contribution that has become a legacy for young generation. May the present union leaders follow their footsteps with greater zeal and continue to work for the welfare of the society. Jubilee is also a time to rededicate ourselves as good citizens and build up the spirit of love and brotherhood amongst other communities around us. I will request our Tangkhul men in Nagaland to think in terms of what good you can do for the society and the government rather than expecting anything for your own benefits. It is the mindset that thinks of doing for others can actually build and develop society and not otherwise. The Yorla Society is always with you to give support in good time and in bad times, and work with your hand in hand towards the progress and goal of our community. Once again, I congratulate you all on reaching this Golden Jubilee milestone. May God bless the Tangkhul Union Dimapur team to excel with the greater heights in your future endeavor. Are isi Tangkhul dua nama tu say. Are ina isui Dimapur Union President Lim isi Yorla wisongai na legacy panglan sangai tele ye jena isi yaron kamata isi President hi ralaga receive rasa milo the request sadle. Isi Dimapur Yorla wena tiaulang kahaye ali sirak kahaye aman ko lag akan midle ko isi Yorla so.
Join and sing now. Just stand there.
Yorla we president the ning shilit lay. Issue we showing the presentation on the late. So I request GB of Tangkhul Union Dimapur, Rizat Shishak, to kindly present the Yorla.
Tangkhul tradition de so puni diti kan khoda ahile ya libi ni sabji banai ke ne batai de. So doesn't mean that we are giving them a pishi Tangkhul de ase kon hoi libi ini symbolic tradition de ko gore ko ne thai de ase eto ga ni mangso aro baudin ekta ini ka amahan la Yorla khan ki dia ase eto sab Yorla ki लगे रखी दिया से इतिया तो सब दिन नहीं देखो हम खान प्रेसिडेंट भी है सिंबॉलिक को एकता दी वो लेकिन भी यार योला चिमन आई कि ना से चार दिन तो नीचे लगे लोई जाबी कोई ना लोई कि ना जाई दी भी कोई ना और प्रार्थना करी दी भी कोई ना मांगे ऐसे and that includes our lady wife of Sir Mmhonlumo also ताई लगे माइकी भी हम खान लगे योला से तो कहते अपनी भी अपनी लग मंगसो तो लोई जाबो लगे दे कोई ना कोई ऐसे.
In the meantime, we request the family members of all the Yorlas in our presence to kindly stand. We have something to give you as a small token of love. Please remain standing. Tidak apa putih, Mr. Sir.
Bring the passion, baby, rush, me high. on this very auspicious occasion, I greet and also congratulate the chairman of the Tangkhul Union Dimapur, his esteemed colleagues, the active and primary members of the union. Jubilee is where we are today to re-introspect the journey of 50 years. The leaders of the past has sacrificed and has come across experiencing the difficulties and hard times. Today is the occasion where we need to look back and acknowledge the contribution made by them. As team members of today's occasion, we must once need to look back where we were yesterday. We must have the mistakes, misgivings, misunderstanding, and so for the matter, Jubilee is celebrated to reconcile, and also in the spirit and the principle of forgive and forget. For the matter, whatsoever be the misgivings or misunderstandings, we should be in a Christian spirit reconcile with each other and look for the better future. Leaders and esteemed members, I want to make an appeal that though perhaps we have been divided on the straight administrative boundaries, yet I feel the Tangkhul community is no less than the indigenous common people of the Nagaland state, for which, as an advanced community and as a philanthropy society, I would rather trust and appeal that anything that has to be resolved should be initiated in the right perspective. And we have a trust and implore upon your wisdom that this might be the right time and the right moment to hammer out whatever has to be done for the good of the Naga society, for which we pray and hope that your initiative will take forward the Naga society towards a better future. I would also like to convey and greet the Tangkhul Nagalong that due to your participation, you have brought this society to a greater height, for which I implore upon your wisdom to exhibit your maturity. With this note of gratitude, we are privileged and would like to mention that thank you very much for giving us this platform and the time. May God bless the Tangkhul Union and the Tangkhul community. Thank you.
First of all, on behalf of the Technology Union Dimapur, I congratulate the Tangkhul Union Dimapur on reaching this auspicious day, the golden jubilee, the golden years of our TUD existence. Taking this privilege, I want to say a few things. Today, as we see the Naga family, we have developed much in all spheres, educationally, financially, or for that matter in any other field. But today what we are lacking today is unity. And why we lack unity today is that we are unable to speak the truth. Today,
the Tangkhul Union as we have reached the 58 years of our existence. Let us be a part of telling the facts to the Naga family and to ourselves, so that true unity, true peace will come to our society. This is one of the challenges I want to put forward. Second, today the Naga society is falling down, not because of many other reasons, but because of our work culture. Today we have lost our work culture. Everyone is depending on somebody for their living. That's why, as it is written in the Word of God, that we have to live by work and live, eating by working. That is very, very important, and that we are lacking. That's why I sincerely appeal to all the Nagas, and particularly the Tangkhul community. Let us learn to work and eat. Then we will have a peaceful unity society. Thank you.
On behalf of the Tangkhul community, I would like to congratulate and extend our warmest greetings and best wishes under your leadership to all the Tangkhul brothers and sisters, Tangkhul families who are here in Dimapur and could successfully organize this Golden Jubilee today. I also, on behalf of the Tangkhul community, share our greetings and love and best wishes to all the community of Nagas and non-Nagas who all live together here and at Dimapur, where complete all the tribes of Nagas, be it Nagaland, Manipur or other state, staying together here, living together and celebrating together is a wonderful moment. It's a very admiring moment. It gives me immense blessing, lots of gratitude, happiness, observing this celebration while representing, participating all the tribes of our Nagas and others beyond that. I would like to give a small presentation as a symbolic of love, blessing and appreciation to the President, Tangkhul Union Dimapur, and it's a blessing to all the Tangkhul families here in Dimapur from Tangkhul Nagalong. That is isi Tangkhul ketong ui 𝐔𝐍𝐕𝐄𝐈𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿 aju jubilee hang panga jingkum hang panga myon kshap rally sochikat ngi lak ke ui 𝐔𝐍𝐕𝐄𝐈𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿 sadami belekho. I just want to leave one encouragement, one earnest appeal to all the tribes living here in Dimapur. Yes, as you all know, Dimapur is a place where all community live together. Completely all the Nagas representatives are here. This is the earnest appeal and our prayer from the Tangkhul community that we will look forward. The spirit of fraternity, unity, and the spirit of living together as a model, role model place where it should extend to all the Naga inhabited areas here and beyond, across the country and beyond. That is what we are looking forward from all the tribe leaders, and we are very glad to be here together on this auspicious celebration. One of the very inspiring, valuable words that I would like to remark from our Yorla, not from Vienna, very strong message me the Kleibawa. Leisila kaya abungera ajongra azervu naungrapina. See, the challenging word that to the men of the Tangkhuls of Dimapur, that doing for others, doing good for others, can actually build a developed society and not otherwise. That is one of the very challenging messages which we should uphold and move forward and build a good society. At the same time, your assurance is very important, and we really admire that assurance of Yorla is always with you. We will give our all possible support in good times and bad times. Like a war in the marriage is really a strong message. So thank you, and I congratulate to our Yorla. Nathum kacat kakal ka tong li run so mi da ringya mai no nathum kacang ka tong Tangkhul we peace messengers, the best ambassador rai kasang aji nathum na phung laga chat ka tong li phung ba laga phung ba ki chikho iram dui mam lai rang telajang. Yes, good. Ning share with this, let me conclude.
50th years jubilee celebration Quran imide khushi ba aro ekdom morom gora laga janai dibide gona edu Quran imide edu ami koi di ase. We have been together. We will be together in the past days, at present, even in the future. Sarasari guru jaga nai, ekchunjun laki bulu jaga nai. Aman, we are a family members, and we will always remain as family members. Punyak December 4th or 5th, the incident was locality very unfortunate. Monday was Uting the was. We have appreciate each and every one of you for your support, for your cooperation. Nagabra itu punya pelakai, nuhoi itu naga laga issue itu kau ina recognize kuri kina kam kuri na iste, ikilo le pera na iste, misi kusi guys. In meantime, of course, दूसरा function भी, दूसरा itu organization भी ase thagi se, takan भी solitary dikai se. I am very in depth and I am very close to our President Tangkhul Union Dimapur. Taibra Jubilee law program tagisle, but we are crying. We are crying. How can we celebrate the Jubilee? For that reason, we are postponing. Aji itu aja dong. Tangkhul kalau de President Lord, especially and his team and his colleagues, realize kurikina konyakan laga, naka laga, cukupani oladan de
inaga jubilee lo no hobre ina jubilee lo khushi na hobre oina tanglo the wisdom digina tanglo the knowledge digina postpone guna aji jubilee kha itu ase and in that manner ami aji apnan ge saigina my dear Naga leaders, my dear Tangkhul families, ami do ekdom mon pe touch hoise edu time de inaga uting de incident hua nai gole do uting de inaga problem hola nai gole do kiman tangor bra kiman bhal bra celebration chawle thakisile o kindo uting de inaga incident hua bra uting de ina problem hola bra edu naga issue ase guna Tangkhul my family members takan bra postpone guna aji inaga aha do sob manu aise bare na itu bra bisi ahibole thaka aha nai ami bisi itu morbi pekai bhavna kurigina itu nimde especially Tangkhul khalode my brothers my sisters my fathers my mothers ami goise aman kuyak to aman apnalote ase ahibole din dibi apnalote thakibo aru eta bi ase ki kam holibi ko chakate holibi aman ikilode thakibo aru obviously again I'm just repeating again your Tangkhul Union president we are very close to each other aman sob line de kotha gudina sob chakate kam gudina to uplift our Nagas to make our Naga society much more better na ona kam gudina chai ase dinimide Bisi kusiba aji matisi aise kindo ami olop agede kwanisna at first place I appreciate I thank you so much Tangkhul Union Dimapur for postponing gurna aji inaga function lo loise kindo udu din de loile kina hob thakana aji do kina asna guna ami ekdom mon bhavna gurna congratulation gi sagina kusiba gina edu even in the days to come aman ikilode unitedly let us unite. Let us have a family closed door among ourselves so that we can achieve our dreams, so that we can move forward, so that we can achieve whatever you or me think. Itu nimde in the days to come, ikilor kam guri jabode gogina abi imani chanai dise. Thank you so much.
Organizing committee convener Jendelson Vashum and his team, and all the members of Tangkhul Union Dimapur who are here on this very special occasion. I bring greetings personally as well as on behalf of my family. It is indeed a very special occasion. I must congratulate the entire Tangkhul community in Dimapur for reaching this milestone. And also, I want to thank you for inviting me and my family to join you in this celebration. It is a privilege and an honor, and I am immensely grateful to all of you for including us in this momentous occasion. I want to break it down and lay it bare for all my friends, the non-Tangkhul friends who keep asking me every time I meet them, how did you meet your Tangkhul wife? In 2001, when the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of India, Sri Lal Krishna Advani, declared ceasefire without territorial limits, I and a friend of mine from Kohima village called 𝐾𝐃 were sent to Manipur to visit all the Naga inhabited areas and see the reaction and assess the response of the Naga community in Manipur. We went to Ukhrul, and on our trip to Ukhrul, we decided that since we have come here, both of us must be the first Lota and first Angami to climb Shiroi mountain. So without knowing the rules of the Shiroi village, we went up on top of the mountain. On our way back, somebody told us, our local guide, who was from Langtang village, told us that there is a spirit called 𝐼𝐒𝐓. So don't stray around. If you stray around, you will be touched by that spirit. Fortunately or unfortunately, both of us married Tangkhul women. Until date, we are not sure whether we were touched by that spirit. However, after we submitted our report, we went to Delhi, where we were studying. And after submitting our report there as well, we usually used to interact with our Naga friends there in the universities, both Delhi University and JNU. One night, we were having a discussion over dinner, and our host was one Tangkhul scholar who unfortunately has passed away. Our friend Mr. Ungsumi is from Chinjuroi village, and he cooked the food for us. So that day, instead of discussing the report on our trip to Manipur to assess the response to the communal issue that came up after the declaration in Manipur, we were discussing one very insignificant issue, but we discussed that issue for 2 hours. And I want to apologize to all the Tangkhul men here, please don't mind when I say this. Our topic was very fun. The topic was, can Tangkhul men cook? The conclusion was, Tangkhul men cannot cook. Of course, it was based on the cook of the day, my late friend. But later on, you know why I mention this is because culture, introduction to culture, and each other's culture, the difference in each other's culture and the similarities in each other's culture can only be appreciated by humor, by friendship, by interaction, by engagement with each other. Unless we talk to each other, unless we meet with each other, unless we mingle with each other, how will we know each other? Those days, because I was in human rights and there were a lot of heated debates in Delhi, my Lotha community students used to call me Mmhonlumo Shimre. I used to take it sportingly because I used to compare, you know, what is the level of achievement per community. Especially when everybody goes to Delhi, they go for either, and at least 60% go to appear civil service examination. And in terms of achievement, usually it is measured, but by how many students from which community has achieved or has passed the examinations, whether UPSC or various other competitive exams. So that is the criteria in which we measure each other. So I was telling them, look, if by calling me or giving me a name, you derive joy, that is not my problem. Because I don't derive joy in that. No? Because identity, at the end of the day, is not what you call me. Identity is something which is already inherent. Identity is my name. The name Mmhonlumo Kikon indicates, signifies a culture, a tribe, a people. It is there in your name as well, in everyone's name. So how significant that is something I will also, again in the later part, I had another friend who was a very good friend of mine. When he died, I went to his village. His name is Grinder Muiwa. So I could not attend his funeral because when he died, my cousin brother was getting married. So after my cousin brother got married, I went to Somdal, and in the village council hall, someone came to speak to me in Lotha, one lady. And to their villagers, she was speaking in their pure Somdal language. She was from my mother's village, my mother's niece. So I was very proud of her. Are, my cousin, you have come here. You are settled here. Not only you are settled here, but you have mastered the language also. On a lighter note, a lot of Tangkhuls, especially the elder men, and most elder men in our debate in JNU, we calculated that 80% of elder Tangkhul men cannot cook. Correct me if I am wrong. But that day, I realized that it provided me with an answer. That lady, for my community, from my mother's village, went to Somdal and can speak in their village language. So I asked her whether she can speak the Ukhrul language. She said, I cannot, because she's only living in the village. So, on a lighter note, I was going to say, all elderly, uncles who tell me, why don't you learn the Tangkhul language? So my reply instantly is that As soon as my wife learns the Lothal language, I will also learn the Tangkhul language. There's a challenge, huh? Those days, my Tangkhul friends used to tell me, there is only one word I need to know. So I asked them, tell me the word peace in Tangkhul. So they said it is Chingri. I don't know, it's Chingri. No? And then they used to ask me, why are you asking us only this word? No? So that when I have a fight with my wife, I will use that word as a peace offering. My wife is one of the member of the Tangkhul Yorla in Dimapur. I am very proud to be associated with your community. I have not visited the entire length and breadth of Ukhrul district, but I have visited so many villages in the Tangkhul country. And there are the fact that all Nagas are part of one family can never be denied. No force can try to divide us on the basis of the boundaries that divides us. And in my travels, I have realized that this is a very important fact. When we reminiscent about the founding fathers of Tangkhul Union Dimapur, only those who are here will understand. Only Tangkhuls who have grown up here, who have settled here since 1971, some pioneers, some missionaries, some entrepreneurs, all sorts who have come here. The journey has been difficult. And on this day, the Golden Jubilee, I urge all of you to reflect on the pain of that journey, on the joys of that journey. 50 years is not a small time. In one's lifetime, it is half a century. And therefore, reflecting on what has gone past, we can deduce, learn on how and what kind of envisioning we must do together today. And when I say this, I don't want to get into specificities or particularities. I don't want to get into details, because I think the very fact that we must reflect, and the very fact that this Jubilee is challenging us to reflect on our past, is important and in itself self-explanatory. I think the founding fathers had a difficult time. It is always difficult for any community to go outside of our village, outside of our district, and settle in other places and thrive. I'm reminded of the Parsis who came to Gujarat on the coast of the Arabian Sea, who came. And when the king asked them, what can they contribute? They produce a pot of ghee and put sugar and said, this is what we will add to your community. Today, in many endeavors, and I know only this because I have Tangkhul friends. Secondly, because I married a Tangkhul lady. So there is more interaction. Unless you interact with each other, there is always this lurking suspicion. There is always this fear. And that fear, that suspicion must be defeated by our warmth, by our resilience, and by our friendship. That is the basis of unity. That is the basis of our future. Without that, we will have no future. And therefore, when we were traveling through the God-blessed, beautiful land of Nagas, from Tamenglong to Chandel, to Senapati to Ukhrul, my friend and I were of the opinion that our land, which was gifted to us by God, is beautiful. Our people, in spite of our differences, are beautiful people. So in order to safeguard and preserve our race and our community, we must work harder than the leaders who have gone before us. And that is our vision for the Nagas. And through our history and through our culture, we learn a lot of things. But let me fast track it to the present scenario, and I'm going to say only now 4 points. The present scenario gives us many examples of where we are, what we are, how we are dealing with our most challenging, important, and difficult issues. Because your leadership will be demonstrated by how you address, understand, absorb those issues. So, in my understanding, as a BJP legislator, I will never quote Karl Marx, but today I am compelled to quote him. He said, "We are only as strong as our weakest link." Now, this is a very beautiful thought, because when in the present term, the Naga Students Federation decided, and in a democratic election, elected a 𝐷𝐸𝐺𝐄 as the president of the Naga Students Federation, I realized the beauty of the democracy that the Naga tribes have brought about through this Naga Students Federation. It is beautiful. And when I say this, I'm not going to reflect on the other organizations, but let me dwell just 2 minutes on this. One, there is a constitution of the NSF. The constitution is drafted by well-meaning, visionary Nagas. Every tribe, every community, after accepting it, has been using that constitution to guide the organization. Now, when we follow the constitution that we drafted for NSF, when we don't violate that constitution, the unity of the Nagas will be preserved again and again, and in every generation, any problem that we face will be addressed. Now, other organizations, if you look at it, that spirit of respecting what we have decided, when it is violated, we will not have any apex Naga organization which will represent us. So if you look at it, that is my finding. And I say this in every organization because I feel that in order for me to express solidarity with you, we must first discuss the uncomfortable truth. We must say that I am wrong. We must say that you are wrong. But not because you are bad, not because you are evil, not because you are not smart, but because in the course of human history and discussion and any important issue, the spirit of discussion should be positive, but we should agree to disagree. But however, there should be a meeting point. So in my experience, in dealing with so many issues that challenges and confronts the Naga society today, I have seen that when Nagas argue, sometimes we find wise people who take the best out of all the arguments, tries to condense it and tries to come up with a solution which is acceptable to everyone. But when it is acceptable to everyone, it should also enable us to progress. Without that progress factor, just the acceptability, I don't think will take the Nagas forward in any way. Therefore, in my understanding, for instance, in my reading of Tangkhul Nagalong, I was made to know that the Tangkhul Nagalong has a constitution which is drafted now. So every tribe has a constitution, every tribe has an organization, and we want to represent our community in various forums so that our voices are heard. When I mentioned about the 𝐷𝐸𝐺𝐄 NSF, present NSF president, I meant that we have a true democratic system which can be strengthened furthermore. But if we don't abide by what we have agreed, and if we allow elements to come and interfere in various tribal, various organizations, it only encourages enmity and division. So I think in order for us to secure an enduring future with enduring harmony, I think respecting each other and respecting everybody is the basis for any solution for a way forward.